Lake Magady's primordial landscape is invaded as 55 cars and their teams arrive for the 2010 Rhino Charge event. This year, held in Kajiado district, a few hours' drive south of Nairobi. Competitors arrive from all over the world in time to check in and brace themselves for the 2010 Rhino Charge. They hope to raise over $1 million for the cause this year, but to do it, they must face a hellish, day-long competition like no other. People are often confused by the Rhino Charge, which sounds like a herd of raving rhinos, but is actually a bunch of mad conservationists bashing their cars around the bush to cover the shortest distance over a secret course, while raising the most amount of money for the privilege. Combining motorsport with conservation fundraising sounds like a contradiction. But over the last 22 years, the Rhino Charge has raised more money for conservation than any other annual event in Kenya's history. More than $11 million has been raised. This has built and is now maintaining Africa's longest conservation fence, encircling the Aberdare mountain ecosystem. The Rhino Charge is always held in a remote location on the last weekend of May. Competitors must raise a predetermined amount or more to participate.
I think we've done quite well, actually. I think we'll probably find we're top 5 maybe. Our donors, our sponsors have been very kind, so yeah, we're very pleased actually.
I think about $1 million. I'm not quite sure. I haven't bothered to article it. Yeah, I haven't worked out how many. It's too many little funny checks. It's so complicated, it's ridiculous.
People raise this money every year, and it's a huge amount of money. Okay, so that's car 62. Okay, so let me just see what you've got here.
Okay, local checks. I think I have over 1 million. Over 1 million. Over 1 million.
Now, while I go get your...
For most chargers, fundraising goes on year-round as they gear themselves up for tomorrow's big event. Out at Scrutineering, competitors compare cars.
It's very impressive. Very, very impressive.
It's a monster machine.
What's the matter?
I reckon size matters. The tire's that size.
Looks great, that car, really lovely, but we'll see by the end of the day.
As most veterans know by now, the car is only part of the equation.
Extremely impressive. Hope they help. It's not always just the wheels.
Yeah.
The charge is a lot more complicated than that. It's got to do with teamwork.
How to win? That is the big question.
Yeah, we have a team of girls, not quite sure why, but we do. And we just go out for the fun. I think we've got as much chance as anyone else. Depends how you drive it and you navigator, if you get the right route.
Teamwork. We seriously, just practicing and knowing each other, that's really the key, I think. Trust and confidence.
Secret weapons.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, it's a complete secret. Oh, this is going to be a day at the beach. It's going to be that easy.
Should be there. Right, and a black bag, medical bags.
But before anyone can charge, they have to pass scrutineering.
Right, let it over. Show me. Expiring. 25. 5. 10. Insurance has expired.
Expiring 2501.
Oh, I can't read.
Yeah, it is.
Teasing aside, the Rhino Charge is fun. Passing scrutineering is just the first test. Next is driver's orientation and map giving.
Anybody got any questions? There? As usual, there's a panic button on your River Cross GPS. If you need to press it, you should press it twice, leaving a 10-second gap between the press. You leave the parties till later. Tonight is serious. Get your maps, go and plot your route, and go to bed. You're going to need every bit of sleep you can get. I promise you. It's a short route, so make sure you go in a straight line. None of this wee-wee stuff. Good luck.
Up until map giving, the course coordinates are kept secret, as was the venue until just 2 weeks ago. Much like a military exercise, the competitors must now use 13 coordinates to plot their own course over unknown terrain.
It's very steep slopes and hills. So it'll take a little bit of figuring out as to what our route is actually going to be.
Right-click down here.
Some chargers use cutting-edge technology to give them a three-dimensional view.
Yeah, right in this middle. There's a big valley that's running all the way through it.
The volcano.
Yeah.
Others are comfortable with pins and thread to find the shortest route between the 13 checkpoints.
Yeah.
I mean, you might do that anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. When you get there, you can decide that. They'll be close together.
Dawn the next day, and the charge is about to begin. Cars are divided between the 13 checkpoints and led to their starting positions. At the checkpoints, the wait for the shotgun start gives everyone a chance to assess the situation.
Hello. We're all right. We seem to know where we're going for the first one, which is quite exciting. It's a good start, anyway. Isn't it?
They're going to have a hard day. Terrain-wise, it doesn't look that bad for the car, but I think the runners are going to have a very difficult day today. So let's see. We'll give it a good go, and may the best man win.
The assessment is that it's beautiful grass, and underneath there's massive rocks, and you can't even run. We've got to be pretty strategic and pretty careful. And aim to finish. But it's quite scary.
At 7:30 exact, the chargers are off. They have 10 hours to get back to their starting positions, having checked in at each of the 13 checkpoints. The car that does it in the shortest distance wins. It's not long before teams appear at their first checkpoints and begin to report on what it's like out there.
How's it looking? Good. First checkpoint of the day. First checkpoint. Yeah. It's really dusty back there. Watch out.
Two down. We got 13 minus 2. 12, 11.
How's it going? Perfect. So far, very good. It's a piece of cake.
I'm dying here, man.
With a roll.
What are we happy for?
I'm croaking. This is not what I cut up for, man.
Hard. It's going well though. We've done this our third checkpoint. We're going on to our fourth. It's hard with the way to big trees though, as you can see, getting caught a lot.
Between checkpoints, car 42 is making good time. Low to the ground, this veteran winning car is light and has a bit of difficulty with traction.
We're not going to be cocky at the moment.
Don't worry, man, you don't need brains for this thing. Just brawn.
Just brawn, eh? No, it does need some brains. We're full of brains too, huh?
Loaded with both, as they say.
Forget brawn. 42 use their brains and a bit of strategy to deal with the loose lava rock.
Keep coming, it's coming.
Not far away, the opposite of car 42, car 43, is also making good time. High from the ground, with enormous tyres, this machine goes over everything just like a tractor. In fact, it cruises hill and dale so easily, the team could almost have a nap. Car 43 is a monster over open ground, but it'll have its own set of challenges when the cover gets dense. Every year, each Rhino Charge car takes a beating, and their teams spend a fortune fixing them. Even so, the Chargers come back because what they've accomplished so far is a Kenyan conservation miracle. On March the 12th, 2010, Kenya's President Mwai Kibaki and Prime Minister Raila Odinga arrived for the formal commissioning of the 400-kilometre fence. The ceremony attracted thousands of fence-line community members from all around the Aberdares. Both the President and the Prime Minister inspected the fence and participated in many commissioning ceremonies. This final commissioning of the Aberdare fence seals the completion of a 21-year conservation dream that Rhino Chargers have worked so hard to realise. Many had thought it impossible.
I want to speak today on behalf of the thousands of Kenyans who have sacrificed to achieve the funds that were needed to complete this amazing project.
I feel honored to be with you here today to celebrate this outstanding piece of conservation work. Today, we are witnessing something different. Kenyans are known well over as breakers of world records in athletics, in running. Today, Kenyans have broken a world record in fencing a national forest. So this is a great thing that we should be proud of.
21 years ago, a visionary and determined team came together to begin this effort that we celebrate today. The completion of this fence is therefore the product of consistent effort. I therefore thank all those who have contributed towards the successful completion of this project. I would like to particularly thank those early initiators of Rhino Arc who helped raise funds by creating the now world-famous annual Rhino Charge event. I am aware that its maintenance will be a daily challenge that will require more resources. In this regard, I am encouraged that much work has been done by the Kenya Wildlife Service, Kenya Forest Service, and Rhino Arc in preparation of a management facility to be called the Aberdare Trust Fund.
The responsibility for the Aberdare Trust Fund will be shared by Kenya's people and government to keep the fence secure and working for years to come. It's afternoon now, and the going is rough. A pile-up between checkpoints is causing stress for waiting cars.
We broke down, diff gone, prop shaft, I don't know what else is gone. It's just not happening. 3 cars broken down in the bottom over there, just a nightmare.
There's 3 cars stuck up on the road there, on the lugger. There's no way through. So we're trying to get an alternative way out.
Everyone is losing patience until car 29 makes the ultimate getaway. Car 56 decides it's had enough waiting as well.
Okay, there's no way, I've been telling you, work with everyone. If you work with everyone, you're probably going to get through. If you just come and block it, then we're all back to square one, and there's about 10 guys behind you and 10 behind us.
56 has its own plan of action.
You're in there.
And like a grasshopper, bounces its way past the pile-ups and frustrated chargers.
There's a few dramas, but that's what we want. Okay.
During the charge, officials are keeping an eye out for trouble and ready to respond with air or ground support at any time. It's late afternoon now, and the temperature hovers at about 40 degrees centigrade. Teams are dirty, thirsty, and tired. Car 64 is now making its way to the Gauntlet, where spectators will watch its every move.
You understand that they multiply everything by 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
So we need as soon as possible on this one.
Is there a car stuck down here? Yeah. There is one. There's a car stuck here. So we have
If you want to win the Rhino charge, you need to get to each checkpoint. But you also must run the Gauntlet, which earns you extra points. Cars can choose an easy route through, but most will tackle it with everything they have.
Very, very tough, but we are managing.
Spectators have come from all over Kenya to watch.
No, I think the adventure, the rush is a lot of people, and just to see what you're able to do in this rough terrain with this kind of cars is just exciting for me, really. And obviously the cause as well.
Yeah, and we have to carry our bottles of water.
Yeah,
bottles of water. All the way around. But and the Gauntlet section around here is perfect. At least there's no casualties or anything, and no vehicles get stuck, but you get good action.
The rest is okay, just the hills are high. It's very loose.
This year's biggest challenge is traction.
Very quick, Patrick. That last bit's very quick. Okay, so let's do this straight. They went up like that, and
Yeah,
then
man.
one.
Looks like chaos.
It is, man. We have no idea what we're doing. We're making it up as we go along.
Every team needs to find the shortest way through the gauntlet, and sometimes that means taking the path of most resistance. There's only a few hours left now, and cars hurry to their last checkpoints.
Pushing now. Everybody was pushing. We were doing just fine until we decided to come see the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, they're so flashing good.
Cheers, Milk.
Teams fly back to their starting positions. But it's 5:30 and time is now up. Cars go back to headquarters, where the officials calculate scores and chargers unwind.
All the checkpoints. Yes.
We're 4 minutes late.
4 minutes late.
Imagine 4.
Rob.
And we rolled. You saw our car?
You rolled.
Yes. 3 times.
You rolled 3 times.
3 times.
Serious?
Yeah. But we only finished 1 checkpoint last year on our rookie year. So to finish the whole event this year is a bonus.
As the adrenaline stops pumping, it's a wait till tomorrow morning to know who has won and how much money has been raised.
Welcome to the 22nd Rhino charge.
It's now time to find out who the winners are.
The overall winner of this charge, at last, car number 38.
The highest cash sponsorship has been won yet again by car number 5. They've raised over 10.6 million shillings. Second place goes to car number 2, Ian Duncan and the KTM Cruisers. And third place goes to car 42. The local community waits to hear their camping fees.
But we've actually collected 2.8 million shillings.
And finally, the most important number of all, the amount raised for conservation.